Cool. So let's solve some real life problem, which is from the organization I work with. So now you have a problem statement here, and this is a background about the company's product. So it's a fintech B2C loan and gold savings app. Loans is like nothing but like if you are giving out a personal loan to someone. Gold savings is not just like jar, if you have heard of, wherein you keep doing the digital gold savings. So it offers gold savings and personal loans. It offers discounts on loans. If you are getting a loan, there will be platform fees, there will be rate of interest, so there will be some discounts on it. So I'm just giving out few hints and offerings here. It has opportunities to earn reward coins by referring or by playing spin the wheel. So there are two avenues to earn rewards. One is referring and second is spin the wheel, right? Fifth is rewards can be converted into digital gold. Okay. Take your 2 minutes of time, take a note, and try to understand what all things are being offered. Take your 2 minutes. For this app, based on these 5 pointers, we are going to solve and learn the entire product management model you guys have. Okay. So those 6 pointers which I told, with this single example, little bit you'll be able to understand the core concepts of it. So the app is B2C loan plus savings app. Okay. It offers gold savings and personal loans. It offers discounts on loans. It has opportunities to earn reward coins, just like as you do on cred. You get those reward coins. But these reward coins can be earned, of course, through referring and spin the wheel. These reward coins can be converted to digital gold, which no one offers, right? What if I give you, like, let's say you get 10 rupees cash back. I'm saying instead of cashback, I give you a digital gold. That gold value can increase, of course. Okay, this is an app background. Clear enough? Let me know if it's done. Like, raise your hands if it's done. Because you have to understand this. These are your hints. This is the product. So can you explain more on gold savings? Yeah. So gold savings is, I can't buy gold in bulk just like that. If I want to create that habit. So what jar does is, you can buy a 10 rupee gold, 100 rupee gold, 200 rupee gold every single day. You can put up a SIP for that. Everyone does it nowadays. No, bonds is different. Digital gold, right? Today I have 1000 rupees, I will just go and buy gold. So that's a digital gold. I don't have to have a physical gold with me. So that's what it is, right? Savings is, I am putting that habit with SIP every single day, every single month. I'm just putting X money into digital gold. So that is my saving habit. So this app is for me, like, I can save through gold. Second is, I can also get loans if required, personal loans, right? It could be rate of interest or platform fees, because you'll be charged some processing fee or a platform fee, right? So they can give discounts on that. And then you can, of course, earn rewards with two different avenues. One is referring and spin the wheel. And fifth is, you can convert those reward points to digital gold.
One question. So, when you say it offers discounts on loan, so is it on interest?
That's what I think. Interest and PF, platform fees, processing fees. So let's say if you are taking a 1 lakh rupee loan, there could be a 10,000 rupees processing fee, for example. I might say, you don't pay 10,000, you just give me 5,000. Okay. So I think it's just like on gold, there is a making charges. If you go and buy gold, some companies will not charge you making charges, right?
And how the fourth point has been decided? Like if somebody has spin the wheel or somebody has referred to another people, how those points are decided? Like how much percentage they are getting to convert those to digital gold?
It's not like that. Like, it could be n number of coins will be given it to you. There is no standard process. But of course, let's say uh, one coin is equal to 1 rupee. Okay,
And playing this spin the wheel is free or it also takes.
it's free. Every day, one spin. Let's say you get it.
And in this type of apps, generally once they have X amount of gold savings digitally, they can have the physical gold delivered at their doorstep. So
Yeah.
if the facility also is available.
No, it's not there. Whatever you see, that's it.
Is gold, digital gold under regulate?
Yeah, like so, it is like ethically sound has to be there. Like, so I'm ethically doing things. Done. How many of you have drawn flowcharts or tree? You have written like lines. I can see lines everywhere. I can see lines. Anyone कैसा सा निकाला 5 pointer or maybe very short, written very short. Okay, this one. Yeah. What did you do?
They have just categorized to personal loan and goal saving, and then what are the things like reward, will give rewards,
Good enough. Like if I can take just for a minute. So why I'm telling you this is, whenever you are sitting in a meeting or most of you have also worked in companies, but as a product manager, if you can imagine things or maybe pictorially, if you can draw instead of writing, that will help you. Like this person has written flowcharts. He's now imagining gold. He has even drawn that gold piece, right? उसने गोल्ड भी बनाया,
extra marks.
right? Extra marks. So point is, now as a product manager, if you can imagine things, now it's thinking about gold maybe, right? Instead of problem like, see, point is imagining more about the product, getting that feeling, getting that immersive feeling helps you solve better. That's what I just wanted to say. It's nothing wrong in writing unless you solve that problem. But I'm just saying, if you put that habit of drawing through flowcharts, and if you can explain pictorially, because most of the time you'll be being whiteboards, and if you help them understand pictorially, the other person understands pretty well, right? It took you a long enough time to understand this 5 pointers, right? What if I would have given you pictorially, you would have understand, okay, this happened, this happened, this happens. So that's the power of drawing flowcharts or pictorially if you help them understand. Okay. So just one key tip I want to give it to you, hack. If you ever get to work into product company and if you are ever communicating with folks, don't just write things. Explain them, draw them. I always have a marker with me. Wherever I go, I just keep drawing. Even on this desk, I will be writing in office. So everyone does, not just me. So they explain faster. Now this is our app. I can't put out the name there because I've taken all the branding out of it. But everyone tries to solve for a particular problem XYZ. I'm the product manager for onboarding the user. And we have close to 20,000 users every day signing up on our platform. And we have 3 crores plus installs. And that is good enough for me to solve a problem for. So problem here is, if the user, this is a carousel or a splash after carousel page, like they can slide through few images to understand what product is. There is one consent. Okay, we say ki bhai, we'll look at your data XYZ things. We say you have to give us your phone number. Again, I declare that above number is linked to my Aadhaar, just extra consent, just to ensure that I'm getting an Aadhaar link phone number. I can say give your phone number link to your bank XYZ. This is phone number. This is OTP, and if OTP fails after some minutes, if they don't get an OTP, they can always retry with SMS and call. And the next step is verify with Google. Everyone has a Gmail ID, right? So this is the problem for every one of you, and this was a problem, and every day I deal with this. I see, let's say, a 10% drop every day. 1,000 users are coming, they are registering, not just landing. They have signing up. So sign up is just this. Okay, phone number OTP कर दिया, sign up हो गया. The next step to move that user down the funnel, they have to verify their email ID. Okay, this is your problem to solve. I am at 90% conversion rate. 10% people are dropping off. They are not giving their Gmail IDs. Figure out the reason, give me the solution based on what you already have.
They don't remember the password of the mail, so
Okay,
a lot
so
of times happen.
no, so that's not how it will work now. So everyone will write 3 solutions they will give to solve this problem. Everyone understood the problem? So the problem is people are giving phone numbers, but they are not giving their Gmail IDs. Maybe for the email communication, I want it. For other purposes, no, this is a mandatory thing.
It's also on the second page. It's written about something about Aadhaar as well. So
Second page,
second page,
this one, what?
yeah. I declare.
Aadhaar. It is just linked to your Aadhaar, no?
So people need to provide their Aadhaar number as well.
No, it is a phone number only. You are saying phone number linked to your Aadhaar. Okay? It is a phone number. You don't have to give Aadhaar. TG is, let's say, someone who is earning up to 50,000, maybe more. It depends. It is both. And we see the drop equally. Age will be up to 50 years, 25, 20 to 50, 20, 18 to 20 is the minimum. 18 to 50 is the range you can consider.
Are you seeing drop in this specific iOS device or
It,
on the web?
it is across everywhere. Good questions, guys. These are good questions. So the goal and the objective is to.
Just give verify with the Google, not with like a Facebook or Apple account.
So this is only Google.
We cannot like maybe like
We can give that. That is the solution you have to offer, no? So you can ask me questions around if you're not able to understand this. Solutions you will be writing down. But you just have to give me 3 solutions. There can't be more.
Problem is they're signing up but they're not.
Yes. Let's say if you are going on to Swiggy and you are doing phone number OTP, you have done sign up. But now they are mandatorily asking you to put the Gmail. But you are dropping off. Simple example. Why are you dropping off? Think from the user's perspective, from your friend's perspective. It could be anything. But this is the problem you have to solve. And this is the simplest problem which you will be asked to solve if you are an onboarding product manager. Yes. That's what you have to write. So let's write 3 assumptions. So for every assumption, there is a solution. You're saying I might not have a Gmail. So what is your solution? So let's write 3 assumptions and map 3 solutions to it. Okay? No. 3, yes. It is across different platforms. There is no biasness. Across all the platforms, across all the TG, everything. This is the common thing which is happening for me, wherein they are not giving Gmail. So you have to make 3 assumptions and map every assumption with one solution which you want to give.
Can I know how much time it takes, like if I log in with the number and get an OTP, sign up is done?
Just 2
2
seconds.
seconds. And how much time it takes if I write the email and then I get an OTP from you?
This is verify with Google.
Then how much time it takes?
Maybe 5 seconds.
It's longer.
Yeah, little longer. Because Google does. Yeah. No, it is automated.
Will they get any confirmation mail like you have to click on this link so that
No.
directly it will be confirmed?
Yeah.
There's no need to confirm my mail ID. It's just
They just have to confirm, verify. जैसे अभी जियोथ करते हो ना आप लोग Gmail पे you do the जियोथ Google authentication, right? Just as that. And every phone has it. Very simple problem, right?
I do this. If I get this, I don't log in.
You will not log in, right? But I have to make you log in. That's my problem.
I never do.
Correct. That's what people don't do it. But I'm saying 90% of people are doing. 10% people are not doing. For me, even 2% incremental growth is good enough because this is top of the funnel. टॉप ऑफ द फनल में काउंट हमेशा ज़्यादा होता है, राइट? डन. यू जस्ट हैव लास्ट 15 seconds guys.
What all things you are verifying?
नथिंग, जस्ट बेसिक डेटा तो आता ही है ना, नेम का और जो भी आपने. नो एडिशनल नथिंग. नहीं, विल हियर इट आउट. एंड एवरीवन इज अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर फॉर दिस प्रोडक्ट और अ कंपनी, राइट? Everyone is a product manager, and let's try to understand how everyone thinks differently. Last 1 minute, chalo. 3 assumptions, short में लिखो, 3 solutions दो. And there are 3 teams, let's say. First, second, third. Okay?
Targeting all over the audience or just India?
India. This is Indian product.
Last question. This button on SSO is working fine, right?
Yeah. If you click, you go through. Good question. Like, that does not happen most of the time. Like, even we have to ask those silly questions. Like, भाई बटन तो चल रहा है ना, टेक वाले को पूछना पड़ता है. नहीं, आप कुछ भी दे सकते हो ना. नहीं, मेरे को अगर आपने लोन ले लिया तो मेरे को अग्रीमेंट भेजने ईमेल पे. नहीं, हो तो सब कुछ सकता है, पर मेरे को ईमेल चाहिए मे बी आपका कुछ और डेटा फेच करने के लिए. ईमेल इज यूज्ड फॉर मल्टीपल डेटा फेचेस. लेट्स से आपका ब्यूरो हो गया, आपका क्रेडिट स्कोर हो गया.
क्रेडिट स्कोर तो उससे होता है, पैन कार्ड.
होता है, बट अब मैं पीछे की चीज़ें थोड़ी ना बताऊंगा. यस यस, ये वो बता रहा है कि पहला स्टेप है ना फ़ोन नंबर OTP है, एंड सेकंड स्टेप इज़ पैन वेरिफिकेशन. इसके बाद ये वेरिफिकेशन के बाद फ़ोन OTP हो गया, जीमेल हो गया, फिर पैन वेरिफिकेशन है. करेक्ट. गुड क्वेश्चन. दैट्स योर ऑब्जर्वेशन, राइट? हाँ, तो राइट इट इन योर अजम्पशन एंड देन. ये मैंने भी नहीं सोचा था एक्चुअली. हम लोग दिखा रहे थे तो क्या पता इसकी वजह से चले जा रहा होगा, अरे यार पैन देना पड़ेगा. गुड क्वेश्चन. आई विल चेंज दिस. आई विल एक्सपेरिमेंट अराउंड दिस. मैंने सही में ऑब्जर्व नहीं करा था उसको. हमने ये इसलिए रखा था कि यार क्या पता यूज़र को लगेगा कि यार मेरे से इन्फॉर्मेशन मांगते ही जाएगा. व्हाट इफ वी से कि भाई 2 ही स्टेप है, इसलिए हमने डाला था. सो आवर थॉट प्रोसेस वॉज डिफरेंट. बट नाउ यू आर कमिंग एंड सेइंग व्हाट इफ दैट यूज़र इज कि यार मेरे को पैन देना पड़ेगा, मैं नहीं डालता हूँ आगे. Good assumption. I have to do an A/B there. Yes.
So when somebody clicks on verify group, so all the accounts that are logged in show up.
Yes. Yes.
So when they say select one of the email IDs,
Yes.
that do they get a verification code?
No.
or a link?
It's just GAuth, Google Authentication. Yeah, that's how it works. नहीं नहीं, वो सोल्यूशन के लिए मैं बोलता हूँ. चलो ठीक है, सोल्यूशन पे आते हैं. बिफोर वी जंप ऑन टू दैट, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू पॉइंट आउट कि यू गाइज हैव अ गुड ऑब्जर्वेशन स्किल्स. कि किसी ने बोला कि भाई पैन वेरिफिकेशन, राइट, ये भी है. किसी ने बोला भाई बटन चलती है कि नहीं चलती है, राइट. सो दीज आर गुड क्वेश्चंस. इवन दे साउंड बेसिक, दीज आर गुड क्वेश्चंस टू आस्क. समवन वुड से कि भाई व्हाट इफ ये वेरीफाई करने के बाद इसके पास कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है गूगल का, राइट, वो हो सकता है. आस्किंग कि यार ये GAuth करने के बाद वो कहीं पे OTP जाता है क्या. सो दीज आर गुड क्वेश्चंस टू आस्क, एंड यू शुड ऑलवेज आस्क clarifying questions in your interviews, in your job. And no matter how silly it is, you ask it. Okay? Someone who finds this silly is not worth your time. ठीक है? So that's what I say. It's a good thing that you are observing, and observe every single detail around it. यहाँ पर भी तो ड्रॉप हो सकता है इंस्टॉल करने के बाद, क्योंकि कंसेंट भी तो है यहाँ पे, राइट. बट ऑफकोर्स वी वर सॉल्विंग फॉर दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ अ प्रॉब्लम. इफ आई वुड हैव सेड इंस्टॉल टू साइन अप ही मेरा डाउन है, दैट कुड बी बिकॉज ऑफ दिस, दैट कुड बी बिकॉज पीपल माइट फील स्केयर अबाउट यार मैं इनका आधार लिंक फ़ोन नंबर ले रहा हूँ, राइट. सो इन अ फिनटेक Everything is compliant when you take permissions from the user, but user might be hesitant around that, and that's why you might see this drops at every user funnel. Yes.
One more thing could happen. So, when mobile SIM is in one device only, but email ID can be opened in multiple devices.
नहीं, but authentication वो यहीं से लेता है.
So even though authentication अगर यहीं से ले रहा है, लेकिन आप email या कुछ marketing related things दूसरे की device में जा रहा है. So maybe ये financial वाला stuff है, इस वजह से people are not comfortable give authentication.
Correct. Agree. हाँ, people might send marketing related spamming on email, and that could be also reason.
Like after verifying, we get that process that like robo wala click if you're not a robot. That is sometimes irritating. So
हाँ, वो इसमें नहीं होता, वो वेब पे होता है यूजुअली.
and also like when we verify, after that we get a lot of mail. Like as you said, we get regular updates, but we don't want that sometimes because it increases.
हाँ, तो then there will be opt-in opt-out option for you every time, right? जैसे ना कि opt-in वो optional होता है, some things are mandatory.
But sometimes I actually get like I don't get that opt-in opt-out or option many times. So
हाँ, they might want you to spam. They want you to spam.
Because even the number shown is different, so it might look like a spam app or something. Spam. No, the mobile number because OTP is sent to different number.
ये हो सकता है. Like I can put your number and you will keep getting OTPs. That will be another problem. But Gmail में क्या होता है? That Gmail is already logged into your device.
I was saying the number is shown as 9865. Here it's shown 8886.
So that is just designers, okay? So they might do anything. Good observation again. Let me show you how the landing screen looks like. Okay, so they are getting loans. There are some handpicked for you, like VC की लोन मिलेगा, रेफरल कर लो, बोनस मिलेगा. बट ये यूज़र ने अभी तक देखा नहीं है, ठीक है. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग इट टू यू. दिस इज व्हाट वी शो. फीचर्स क्या है? बाय गोल्ड दिख रहा है, रेफरल है, क्रेडिट स्कोर है, स्पिन टू व्हील, प्रोफाइल, एंड देयर इज सम प्राइम सब्सक्रिप्शन विच पीपल कैन बाय. ओके, बट दिस इज व्हेन the user lands onto this home screen, but you are the product manager, so you know this. Okay, now observe this. What all things you have, take a note of it. Okay,
Does the users know that that is the last step, or else do they get confused that they may think that?
now that's why I put कि इसके बाद PAN verification है.
But then we are doing.
Gmail, yeah. So it is phone number, OTP verification, Gmail, and then PAN. I can add another step to it, like it's a Gmail thing. It's just like part of a sign up only. So we have put it. So actually we were experimenting. So good point. Like we were experimenting that we wanted to move this Gmail to the last of the onboarding piece. Once the user lands onto this, when they click apply now, I will take Gmail. Correct, right? हाँ, तो see, मतलब we are thinking aligned, but this was not possible because of some constraints.
I was thinking like you can put the email and phone number in the same page.
उससे क्या होगा? Gmail तो दोगे ही नहीं.
Because like people might not be interested in taking too many pages before they get into this landing screen.
See,
The friction is increasing sometimes.
there is a say that every screen you add, there is a drop. Okay, that is a standard say, and I agree to it. But point is, the data we are collecting, that they are hesitant to give. It is not about the screens. Now, when it comes to data collection.
Also, like the end page verify with Google is a lot empty down.
Correct.
So there we can add like the features of our product.
Good point.
Advertisement and referral
Code
points,
interest,
reward points.
discounts.
Okay.
It's like one final step to.
One final. अच्छा
If
ठीक.
you verify with Gmail, you will get certain reward points.
ठीक है. Let's try to understand. I think anyone like three assumptions and three. Yeah.
The FAQ on top, which was not there till now.
Correct.
People are getting diverted there.
They will not get diverted. They will try to connect with the user, so with the support team. Here we can't do because the user is not yet created unless they complete the OTP. So even if I give the help and support, Even if they reach out, the support team will never have a reference. So that's why it is not put there.
Also, we can write a description as a nudge that this is your like last step to, or this is a step to your data privacy and data security.
Okay.
So people will verify, and like what Zerodha and clear tags are doing, like put a description that we won't spam you, because
Ah.
people get hesitant that if we write an email or connect our email ID, we will get a lot of spam and marketing deals, and also we can do that much as well.
Adding a point to what he said, like there is a website called Ditto Insurance, so they clearly mention like
Yeah.
this promise a strictly spam-free service. Along with that, we can tell them why it is important for.
So one solution is spam free, saying that we are assuming that people might feel. So first assumption, most of you are saying ki people might feel that they might be spammed. So what if we say ki bhai will not spam you, stating something. So I have experimented this. This has not worked for me. Okay. Second assumption.
Showing all the Google accounts at the same time rather than clicking on verify with Google. I mean, in the same page, if it arrives.
No, so that has to be like, see, there has to be some CTA to do it, right? So I can, again, good point, but there I will have to add that CTA here. So on that proceed, then I can try to fetch. But there will be no backlanding page, right?
Can we put some image like this is the final step? To get
Final step, chalo.
gold.
Yeah, so final step
This is your final step to grab your gold.
to grab your goal, to just tell them कि भाई gold मिलेगा, ऐसा?
Better marketing copies.
Better marketing copies or
Discounts
discounts on
discounts on loan or
interest loan rates, okay?
Are they clicking the button or just keep the page only there going? We get the click.
No, we get the click. View events and click events we get. We track. So there are two things which PMs track. One is click, one is view. On every page you will have view and click for every component. Okay. So if you work with tech and tech is forget this, in the QA you have to tell them, boss, I want this event so that I can do my analytics. Then you sit with the analytics team and say, boss, I want to make this sort of a funnel. I want to track this clicks. Based on this clicks, how many people did the next step XYZ?
So here they are clicking the button. The 10% drop that you are doing.
Everyone is clicking the button, let's say.
Everyone is clicking but they are
Not doing. See, assumptions could be anything. I would say they are viewing, but they are not doing. Point is,
as per the analysis of the data you have.
yeah,
They are clicking the button or just after the viewing they are going.
viewing also, going also. Both. It's a mix of both. Let's say it's a 50-50 thing.
Do they know कि आप backend में उसको कुछ करोगे data लोगे उसकी email से?
हाँ, वो इधर बोल दिया मैंने.
But email से वो जैसे आपने बताया
नहीं, मैं इधर ही बोलूँगा क्योंकि I have to hide things.
We can give an option of login via DigiLocker, because that creates a sense of trust. Gold and loan are.
बट अभी तक उसको पता ही नहीं ना, ये तो ऑनबोर्ड हो रहा है यूज़र. उसको डिजी लॉकर मांग लूँगा तो वो भाग ही जाएगा. आप सोचो मैं आपका आधार मांग रहा हूँ आते ही, और मेरे पास इतने अच्छे अच्छे फीचर्स है उसको दिखाने के लिए. He has not even explored the product. I can't ask for DigiLocker, right? There has to be some sort of action for them to ask for DigiLocker. If they are taking a loan for a KYC, I ask DigiLocker. We do ask. और उसका तो अलग.
Onboarding में आप PAN मांगते हो.
हाँ, पैन मांगता हूँ क्योंकि पैन मेरे को चाहिए. रीज़न बीइंग देयर इज़ अ क्रेडिट स्कोर विच आई, जैसे ही वो लैंड करता है मैं क्रेडिट स्कोर फेच करके दिखा देता हूँ, राइट?
maybe a carousel of features on the page.
That handpicked only
Not
can.
here but on the
बैक या
So people might not have Google accounts also. Some people.
गूगल अकाउंट,
We can put an email box.
Correct.
Either to receive an OTP and submit the OTP. Along with that, we can add this button to verify with Google on the same page.
ग्रेट.
Something like that.
Okay.
So that if for bank accounts, if some people particularly use some other email,
Hmm.
alternative email, then they cannot sign up with that.
or maybe if people are not comfortable signing up on giving email ID on the same email, we can have the option
Skip.
skip, no, not skip, or maybe you can authorize it 24 hours is the validity time. Its link has been sent or something like that. You can provide email ID 24 hours.
Or you can
After
put it
placing
like
the login.
do it later, and whenever, like let's say if a customer is going to apply loan, then again that first page will
Yeah.
be to verify your email.
Yeah, I completely agree to that. We tried it. The reason being, for let's say credit score, we want an email ID to be there. So that has become. So we thought about this.
Once the customer is onboarded, there you can put like for to check your credit score, verify your email.
That's a good point.
So
Credit score.
when we
But
check credit score,
क्रेडिट स्कोर के लिए पेटीएम मतलब पैन का चाहिए
हाँ तो
email
PAN.
नहीं चाहिए.
So before onboarding, like after Gmail also, there is a PAN step which I have not
But
shown.
you said that for email we need credit score.
For credit score, I need email.
Or like how is that possible?
So guys, see, things are possible. I can't say it on camera, but things are possible. You can do a lot of stuff with phone number, email, and your name.
So even one take it off, change it to Gmail instead of Google.
session you can add.
Gmail,
Gmail knows my credit score.
Google Gmail.
okay.
So for specific target groups, people might not
Have Gmail.
have Gmail, no Gmail and Google.
ठीक है. Let me summarize this. Yes.
Let's say I want to try this app, I want to explore it, but I might not, take any service or something. I want to just compare it with
Explore, right?
So I can give my mobile number and everything, but email I might not give.
Correct. But we don't want such people.
Later, after looking at the page, then
I agree, but we don't want such people. But there is a customer acquisition cost for me. Even to make you land on this, what if you every day come, spin the wheel, get the rewards, put it in a digital code, and go back?
And those 10% of users might use Outlook or Reddit instead of Google.
It could be. See, point is, first assumption, let's try to boil it down. First assumption, people might not have Gmail and they might want to give another this thing. Everyone agrees? ठीक है. Second था, rewards दे सकते हैं, बता सकते हैं, we can tell them that you can get a credit score. Second solution was this. Let's say these two things are not working.
People having Gmail but don't know both Google and Gmail are same.
इतना डम तो नहीं हो सकता. Let's say, ठीक है, assumption is good.
Be a case wherein I'm just referring the app to my friend. I'm saying this is made like put your phone number and then I'll get points, you'll get points.
The referral.
My communication is like that.
So through that referral you will do.
Like I'm saying, if he's just communicating this number डाल दो हो जाएगा. And if I'm not communicating properly, you just do the number thing and he'll come back. You'll not even know that you have to.
So you're saying someone who is advocating that particular product is not advocating properly. That problem, little far assumption, but good enough. But everyone agrees to the two assumptions and the solutions which we are saying, showing the offerings based on your observation onto this page. Everyone now knows why we need a Gmail so that we can show the credit score, so that we can't move it. But the second assumption and the solution was that phone मतलब दूसरा Gmail डालने का option होना चाहिए. These two solutions, let's park it out. There is another third solution which is not there and which is related to the user research.
So if a person one wants to take the loan, but the person two is helping that person to create that account, or like because that person is not aware of
Good point. Yeah.
technical things,
Yeah.
he'll be helping obviously.
Correct.
In his phone.
Yeah.
So then what comes in the OTP might that another person might say, but the verify with Google won't work because that Google account is not logged into that second person account. So that's why it's not a point.
Correct. And that's why we might want people to also do like they can put another email ID and maybe do the OTP.
But so the OTP thing.
OTP thing you wanted to add, right? Yeah. So email ID with different OTP, different non Gmail OTP. That is one solution. And offerings to show offerings, that is second solution. Now there is another solution which I want you guys to think about.
Can we switch the pages, the first page to be email and then
नहीं तो फिर तो और ड्रॉप हो जाएगा. फिर तो मैं फ़ोन करके पूछ भी नहीं पाऊंगा यूज़र को.
Is there any traction between Android and?
No, platform wise it is same.
Can we do one thing? So, in some website, if we log in through app, we get some points or something. We let user feel important why they are downloading app and versus why they are using website. So, if we say that you provide email ID, that would be some sort of credit, and you can avail it into the gold points, which we are.
तो वही same thing. Rewards.
How does referral work? Is it with email or phone number?
That doesn't matter. It is just the user referring to the referral code.
वेरीफाई विद गूगल के बटन को जो साइन इन गूगल का ट्रेडिशनल बटन होता है
UI change,
UI
वो भी करके देखा हमने. That doesn't have. But yeah, of course, this was in our mind. जहाँ पे वो Gmail का G वाला आइकन आता है, right? वो with that we tried.
You can just mention below verify with Google, verify with your email ID and maybe get so much points.
That's what. So offers, rewards, right? So चल ठीक है, 2 points पे तो आते हैं, ठीक है. So everyone, yeah.
After OTP, you can directly take them to the main page, and then there they can't do anything. It's like they have to put the email.
That's a good point.
Give them
Yeah.
a motivation.
हाँ, मतलब ऐसा बॉटम शीट खोल देता हूँ, पीछे में उनको कुछ कुछ दिख रहा है, बट दे कांट डू इट. अगर वो क्लिक करता है तो उसको मैं एक पॉपअप दे दूँ कि वो जीमेल. दैट्स अ गुड एक्सपेरिमेंट, आई विल ट्राई दिस आउट. ठीक है.
Directly auto face ID से नहीं हो सकता है.
फेस आई डी ऑन जीमेल विद टाइम मे बी. ठीक है. सो पॉइंट इज you are the product managers for this company just as me, and you got this problem, and everyone did a brainstorming sessions, right? And that's what you will be doing with different, if product managers are there, or maybe with your bosses, you will be pitching out lot of solutions. They will be rejecting few, they will think nahi, but you will be convincing. Different people said it differently but said the same thing. Now your part is how you summarize things and how you conclude, right? But the magic about this was majority of the folks came down to 2 solutions. Okay? And that's what we also thought. What if we say you get discounts on processing fees and you get spin the wheel rewards, gold. There are different experiments. There is a card for a free credit score also, right? So most of you were thinking right. I am saying it's not that difficult. It's easy. It's just how you are thinking, how fast you are thinking, how are you imagining. Few of you said, let's add this. Few of you said, let's add this below this, at this position. So some people are able to imagine a little further. Some people are saying कि भाई यहाँ पे G डाल दे, color वाला. So they are imagining further. So those who imagine, they hyper-iterate, they think like in their mind, and they might offer good solution. Now you see another thing which I have added, because 2 things तो I figured out. Need help, but help तो ऊपर था और user भी create हो जाता था. But at the back end, for me to figure out or categorize, a lot of people will go to chat, some people will go to email, to get the data from there and categorize that these people had a problem on Gmail. What exact problem they had on that Gmail, उसके लिए मेरे को टाइम लगेगा, मेरे को सपोर्ट के साथ बैठना पड़ेगा, उनका डेटा स्क्रिप्ट करना पड़ेगा, XYZ. I was a lazy product manager. What I did कि भाई if you click on need help ना, I'll open this तुरंत, and this email will be sent to us in the back end, and we'll get real time, like I don't have to get to the support chat ka data, because there is no categorization that people are finding problem in email or Gmail, right? I still have, but I am lazy. I just wanted to, like, people put it. People help and support पे जाता है, अरे यार chat करेगा, 24 घंटे बाद reply करेगा, problem है. Let me just put it, write it down, move out of this, right? So even the user is lazy. I am lazy, they are also lazy. So this is one third thing which I want to do. Why did we do this? Someone said, what if we swap? Gmail को swap कर दिया phone number से. If there is no phone number, how do I call people and ask, भाई तुमने Gmail क्यों नहीं करा? Let's say मेरे को phone number है, I have. Now I have to call people, I have to put an effort, I have to put a user research team. That is time taking, that is money, right? I don't want to do that. I want user only to tell me quickly. And that's where I came up with this, wherein I save the cost at user research, I save the time at user research, and I do this. And of course, you guys were smart enough to tell that भाई offers दिखाते हैं, because I have given you that hints. And that's how छोटे छोटे hints से आप features कैसे बना सकते हो. And of course, everyone was good enough to tell कि भाई what if उसके पास Google नहीं है, तो डालो यहाँ पे OTP जाएगा और OTP से वो कर लेगा, right? So was it that tough to solve the problem? नहीं. But one thing you must have observed, there were different solutions which you said, which I already tried. And this is my second iteration to do it, right? And every iteration I keep evolving and keep changing. So first experimentation for me is to show the processing fee and the spin the wheel. My second will be with the gold and the credit score. So I have 4 different cards, and I'll be running the AB 25% each. and I'll see at which conversion people are driving more. I might combine both offers and show it if two are working. It could be different experiments. So you had an opportunity, you had a problem to solve, you had solutions, you had experiments, and you did it. And few scrap, वो circle देखा था? We had seen you are scrapping few ideas. You might scrap it just on the face or maybe after trying. Okay, so these are just iterations which anyone would do it. Okay. So what did we learn so far? As we said, introduction to PM we had in the first session. Data-driven consumer insights. We already had few insights with us. Based on that, we have tried to plan and build an MVP. ये MVP है ना? Minimum viable product बनाया मैंने, feature बनाया. It can't always be a product. It could be a product feature. That's what we did. Based on this, I will be doing a product metrics analysis. How many people are doing, more Gmails with this card, with that card, right? And product-led strategy. Why I'm adding this as a product-led strategy? Can anyone tell? New offerings I have, right? Someone said कि भाई offerings क्या है वो बताते हैं. So your product in itself at the start of the journey is telling what is that you are going to offer. So spin the wheel, processing fees, gold, credit score. If I add it here, it's a product-led growth. Like it is helping me, making user aware. Maybe someday make a purchase, convert the gold. It could be anything. So that's what the product-led growth is. Simple definitions I am giving you. If you go deeper into it, there is more to it. And basis this, product strategy. What I said, product strategy is nothing but the business outcome you achieve through product. Okay. Here, product strategy mein, I am saving, let's say even if I improve it with 2%, every day 200 new users are coming onto my platform. Earlier, those 200 people were not there. Let's say for 200 people, my customer acquisition cost was very high. But my product discovery was so top notch that at least now I'm getting 200 users extra onto my platform. Now you are saving onto end-to-end customer acquisition cost. Hence, you are helping business drive better outcomes through product, and that's what the product strategy is all about. So my mantra here is iterate, improvise, and improve. This is like a cyclic thing which I feel everyone should follow. If you keep iterating, but on every iteration, you keep improvising. If you keep improvising, you have to improvise for improving it. So I say hyper iterate on ideas, improvising a little to improve outcomes drastically or gradually. This is my say, okay? So it could be different for different people, but I feel this is a super mantra. भाई मेरे को कुछ improve करना है तो मेरे को iterate करना है. If I have to iterate, I have to improvise. Every little thing which everyone told, that is an improvisation to the existing thing, right? Iteration is a process. Improvisation is little things which you add into that iteration. Basis this, there is some improvement in the product, and that's what this 3I will tell you. Cool? So mostly I tried to give you hints around your entire model which you have and some philosophical things around product management. Cool. If you guys are interested, then I can take a little further another case study. Maybe we could just end at this. Anything is fine. If you guys are tired, want to go home, have lunch, or you want to do another case study? A little 15 minutes case study? ठीक है. But are you liking it, the first problem? So that's a real life problem. इतना कुछ, nothing fancy. It is very easy. It's just how you look at it, how you imagine, how you utilize the existing data, user experiences, customer journey. What everyone did is they try to understand the customer journey right from they landed onto the homepage until the Google sign up, right? So that was a customer journey piece. What we experimented with different cards was A/B, right? Third thing which we wanted to learn was we are giving digital goals, XYZ, new products we are trying to bring in. That is nothing but trying to figure out what competitors are doing, what different products are trying, right? And then adding it into your product. That is nothing but your product, sort of part of your product discovery, right? And PM का जॉब इतना ही है. अब बताओ अभी आपका इसके आगे क्या जॉब है? What is your next job? Stories बनाओ. Everyone understand user stories? right? They make a user story. As a user, I should be able to do this so that I achieve this. That's a user story. You add it into the Jira. Then what happens next? Developer will pick it. If he has any doubt, you try to convince or tell people. Once that is done, what happens? It is released, and then you analyze the data. Do you think PM job है वहाँ पे? एक बार जब डेटा आने लग गया, then you hyper iterate and try to figure out the product discovery piece. Other than that, there is nothing, right? So everyone was able to think for the two best solutions. Third was an add-on because I knew it internally what I wanted to do, but everyone was in bang on. So hats off to that. Last, I'll just give you an idea. Even if you don't do this case study, you can go at home and do it. But what I wanted to focus on is, so Credopia is another platform which I'm trying to work on. Is everyone might have used credit cards in their lives or might want to use it, but no one knows which one is the best. Does anyone know? मतलब है तो बता दो. मतलब I'm just asking. Personal use. Correct, right? So I'm trying to build a platform wherein if you come onto my platform and if you give few user inputs, I can or might tell you the top 3 credit cards to you, which are the best based on your needs. And that's what I'm trying to build. So it is in stealth mode, but I have that habit of giving it names, put it as a brand, everything, and you might find it on LinkedIn also. So this is what I'm trying to build, and this is a classic example I give and ask in cracking the PM interviews. So when I take interviews, I ask this question. I have asked this to close to 20-30 people, and I always look for one thing which they come at, like they are able to figure that out at a very later stage of that solving. Okay, so let's try to do this. You will only have, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes when you solve this problem in real, but now we'll only stick to 5 minutes and I will tell you the thought process around it and what mostly I'll be expecting. So design a platform. So this is a product design question. There will be different sets of questions. So this is a design a platform where user can come and discover credit cards offered by all the banks in India based on user criteria, as you rightly said, aka preferences. This platform will suggest top 3 credit cards to the user so that they do not get confused when it comes to choosing the credit cards. This is what I'm trying to solve. Good enough problem to solve in real life as of now, right? I want 4 people, that's why just to remember, I want 4 people to explain it to me how they will do it. I'll give you 2 minutes from now, okay? And then 1 minute to explain it to me. How will you do it? How the user journey will look like and what you will do, okay? So your time starts now. Think it, write it down. I want you to think around how the customer journey will look like when they come onto their platform. And the purpose of this platform is to help users get the top 3 credit cards for their user needs. No, it's a customer journey. If you come on, like now imagine if you come onto my application, how it should look. Not design wise, but it's a new user. It's a new user. How the user journey would look like. Because whenever you are building a product, you will have to start imagining how the product looks, how the flow is, how the user journey is. Right? I want everyone to imagine if ever such product exists, how it would look. And everyone has to try.
Is this for mobile or else?
It's a mobile. Like the platform doesn't matter because the product is in design stage. It can be on every platform. Yeah.
But a user profile is required, like name or phone number or not?
That's what you have to write. You have to tell me the user journey. User comes onto your platform just as sign up जैसा हुआ था. You have to tell me the journey.
What all do you require to suggest a credit?
That's what you have to tell me. How the user journey would look like. Last 20 seconds. Cool. I'll ask only 4 people and I'll choose them. Yes. How the user journey would look like.
First, the user will log in, and then some prerequisite questions they'll have to answer,
Okay.
and then they should put their whatever like requirements they have in something. They should just type it, and ML will do all the analysis and give the top 3.
Credit cards. Best.
As she said, adding on top of that, in the home page we can add filters where they can filter by banks and offers and whether the card is having any additional charges or something. And we can display how each and every card looks once they explore every card and all the card details. And we can put something, we can implement something like rating based on the user analysis, user inputs. We can rate each and every card based on the user, and we can give we can display customer rating for that particular card, and number of users recently got signed up with this credit card. Some of these details also we can include, and we can implement a feature for comparing between two cards.
You don't have to compare. That's what the product is. We will only suggest you. Again, that is a parallel feature that can have. The point is,
User has two cards in their mind.
no, so we are suggesting 3. Choose any 2 out of it. Right? Okay.
So, a lot of times people, even though choose a card, they don't know how to fully utilize it
Mhm.
to a better extent. So we should tell user that if you choose X card, how you can and where you can save to increase your credit to a better extent.
Good point. Yeah. That is an add-on.
Like directly we'll ask them to give an unstructured data like a prompt where the AI will analyze it and they can put anything in it. And also they have the option to have checkbox like if they want the lounge access or maybe healthcare supports and all. They can give data and structure and unstructured.
Again, I think same thing. What user will give some inputs, and based on that, you will run some algorithm, and they will suggest it.
I'm thinking of it like so user will log in, will ask about his like details, like what is his salary or maybe the income.
Again, the user inputs.
Yeah. After that, when we are on that platform, like when we'll be suggesting the card, we need to show them what impact will be if we would have used a credit card or नहीं use का होता credit.
Again, same point. I think what you said, right? Showing the benefits of it.
Like, but the tangible benefits, so like they are
No, benefits in the sense what impact it will have. I think you also said the same thing, and Sanyam is also saying the same thing. If they use this credit card, let's say how much money they can save. If they achieve XYZ milestone, what will be the benefit? XYZ things, right? One last.
So first page will be I'll be asking a PAN. So from PAN I'll get the credit score. So with the credit score only I will filter out at the back end like number of credit card, what are the credit card a consumer is eligible. And with that data I'll also get their spending pattern, like where they spend either on travel or shopping or restaurant, and we'll give the user a multiple option and ask him to select three. So these are the options which we find from your
Spend.
spends, and you can select top 3. And the next thing which I will ask is the annual fees filter. So there will be a slider how much you are ready to pay as an annual fees from 0 to maybe 2,000, 5,000. So that will be 3 things which I will be asking from the user, and on the basis of it, I will just filter out the best credit cards.
Great. I think everyone is thinking on the same lines, that everyone now has become a good product manager, that they understand the problem. Problem ये था कि top 3 credit cards दिखाना है. कैसे दिखाएंगे? You will ask user the input. User input नहीं देता है तो मैं उसका credit score लेके आता हूँ, मैं खुद ही देता हूँ. That is second. And of course the third is, what if we show the impact of, if they use this credit card, what is an impact? Like how much money they can save on this credit card, this credit card, this credit card, basis maybe some joining fees, XYZ, right? Cost to acquire or get that card, and how if they spend XYZ money, how much they can save. Let's say impact thing, right? और कुछ तो अभी फर्स्ट फेज में तो नहीं समझ में आता है, एंड दिस इज गुड इनफ, एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव हर्ड फ्रॉम एवरीवन. ओके, एंड दिस इज इवन आई ऑल्सो थिंक ऑफ कि ये सिंपलेस्ट प्रोडक्ट है, पर ये किसी ने बनाया नहीं, सिर्फ पैसा बाजार ने एक बनाया है. इफ यू एवर इंस्टॉल देयर ऐप, दे फेच योर क्रेडिट स्कोर और वो उसके बेसिस पे देता है. प्रॉब्लम विद दैट इज वंस दिस फेच योर क्रेडिट स्कोर और credit information, after that you can't explore any other credit card even if it is being offered. Let's say I'm not being offered for any ICICI bank in Paisa Bazaar, but someday I get a call from ICICI saying that you have a pre-approved credit card, but then why PB is not showing, right? I'm just saying an example. So point is that discovery is not there if I ever want to go out of out of that platform and still want to explore. That is one key lack which I feel. But I think everyone is on the same page that the problem lies and the solution is also mostly the same. You wanted to add something?
Just want to understand. So we don't need an app specifically for this, right? It's a one-time thing. That's what purchases.
Yeah, that is fine. But there will be more to it. Like that's what I will have to think as a product manager, what incremental things I can do. So if what I observed is if anyone uses credit card, they show you your spends, they show you your bills, and you pay the bill and then it again resets. But everyone have heard of milestones, right? Any credit card platform, do they tell you you have achieved this milestone? Any app, does it tell you? No, right? Because milestone पे credit कुछ ना कुछ rewards मिलता है, and that's what credit card companies might not want you to know. If I have to build this product, I might add that. I would say कि भाई based on your spends, तुम्हारे कार्ड पे इतना milestone था, तो you are eligible for this. Go and check your rewards. I use 3 credit cards and I know there are rewards. I never looked at it because no one told that there are rewards available. So there has to be some smart engine which should tell. So I can't tell everything which I think, but this is what additionally now you will have to think how you make, because everyone thinks ये तो product बना लेगा कोई भी. So finding the product market gap कि और क्या बना सकते is what I am thinking on. And of course someday if I get a chance I will build this or maybe scrap it, right? But everyone is thinking correctly, right? Let's say whatever you have said is all good. I'll give you only one chance. There is one thing. So let's say all the algorithm, all the user requirement, everything is considered. But out of 1000 credit cards in India, you will still end up with 10 identical cards, let's say. It has the same score. For that user, match score is same. But you as a product manager have to give only 3 credit cards. What you will do?
Can it also come from the area where user has trust to another brand?
सब हो गया.
So, for example, if you have to describe 3 or display 3 brands, then maybe it can come with the partnership from those brands.
Okay.
Or if we know that user has history from XYZ brand, we show them because that will create credibility वाला thing.
ओके, दैट इज़ वन कि मैं उससे यूज़र का मैं ब्रांड मांगूंगा और उसके बेसिस पे आई कैन सजेस्ट. ओके, दैट इज़ वन.
We do A/B testing with different users, showing like different cards, different combinations, and on the basis of the people selecting it, we'll start offering those, giving those cards as a priority.
But that is part of your algorithm only, no? Why would you do it? You are also right कि मैं ब्रांड्स दिखाऊंगी, वो सब मैंने फेच करके एल्गोरिदम का पार्ट बना लिया. बट स्टिल आई एम गेटिंग 10 आइडेंटिकल कार्ड्स. इवन वन ब्रांड हैज़ डिफरेंट कार्ड्स, यू नो, राइट? इट्स नॉट लाइक कि एक्सिस का एक ही क्रेडिट कार्ड होगा. देयर विल मल्टीपल.
Purpose is different for every.
लेट्स से पर्पस में उसने बहुत सारे सिलेक्ट कर लिए, चेक बॉक्सेस में मल्टीपल चेक बॉक्सेस लगा दिए. उसने बोला मेरे को स्विगी भी चाहिए, जोमेटो, प्राइम, नेटफ्लिक्स सब चाहिए. अब उसके बेसिस पे मेरे पास 10 आ गए, तो क्या करोगे? रेटिंग.
User history and which are the preferred bank.
That's what I'm saying. It's part of an algorithm.
One factor that will affect will be geography as well. Like some credit cards, American Express will be given to some metro cities only.
हाँ, वो तो it part of again user research, credit score, bureau information. It will be checked.
If all 10 cards are same, we can show them that card is paying us more. Because revenue side से तो
That's what I was looking for.
Rewards कौन सबसे ज़्यादा दे रहा है?
नहीं, what Ayush, right? What you said?
like if all 10 cards are similar, we can push the cards that are paying us more.
You as a B2B.
As a bit.
Yeah.
Lots of
नहीं.
She mentioned.
P2P. नहीं, she said if the user preference has the same brand.
So I explained both kinds. One is sponsorship from the brands, like who is giving us money.
Okay, maybe I'm.
And the
I
other
overheard. Okay. So that's what we are looking. So as you all are in a B school, so your priority with product should be business. And if a product manager can think around business, that is a good PM for me. That this person can think around product management. Yes.
That will be wrong. Like after a point, users will find out, right?
Of course, but there is no harm in it. Like, see, that's where you will have to figure out ki you'll have to again experiment. Ki someone is giving me money and someone is not giving me money, but what people are actually like what they actually want, right? I'm just saying this is again an example. You'll have to hyper iterate and see, maybe do the A/B testing. What if for the same score people I show which is giving me more revenue share, and some to which no one is giving me revenue share but has a good score. So there is again experimentations are there to that. But one thing which I wanted to look for was that having a business acumen wherein they think about the profits as well. Okay. Ethical way, of course. Like this is all ethical, right? Business is ethical, right? So I hope everyone understand the business aspects of the products as well. And quickly, I will just give you, maybe the slides will be there with you, but this is what the template I have made. I've taken close to 200 interviews now. And I have also given interviews. I keep giving interviews. So what I learned and tried to put it into a template is, there are few steps to solve any product problem. And I think most of you now know it and smart enough to understand it. First is always ask 3 questions because you might go blank. When you actually give interviews, you go blank. Now let's say if I ask, Lenskart is actually figuring out a problem, how to increase the average order value of the customer. Okay, how would you increase the average order value? So you'll be live on camera, so you will go blank. Okay, so there will be such questions which you will not be prepared for, and you will not be in your comfortable zone because it's about job and money. So always what I prefer is PUB method. Pub is what I call it. Pub is ask about, okay, is it what anything like P is about product, U is about user, B is about business. Okay, so you can ask 3 questions. Okay, is it like we want to increase the average order value by adding some incremental features into the product, or is it for any particular user segment, or is it because we want to put up another business business extension to it. So I can have at least 3 questions ready with me, right? So this will save you time and this will give you get started, because that person will be answering, and that time you don't have to completely listen to that, but also partially passively start thinking about the problem to that. Okay, because this is an art. So cracking the PM interviews, you will be put at a space wherein you will not be that comfortable because they might not agree to whatever you say every single time. Second is, when you know this problem, try to always figure out the user persona and the user segmentation, but don't go deeper into it. So figure out whom are we solving for, maybe a persona or a user segment. 3 वाला rule figure out कर लेंगे, like 3 से ऊपर नहीं जाना है, 3 से नीचे नहीं जाना है, because 3 is very much easy. ये because our minds are made of like you can think mostly at the quickest time. You can think about 3 things. Okay, everyone thought about the same problem, 2 solutions which we gave. Third थोड़ा मुश्किल जा रहा था, 4th मुश्किल जाएगा. तो ऐसा कभी बोलना मत कि I have multiple solutions, right? You will map the solutions, but फिर वो problem से map करने को मुश्किल जाएगा. So 3 problem, 3 solutions. Okay, so problem identified, 3 pain points. Solution, your every pain point now have different solutions. That's what we are talking about, opportunity tree, right? So your problem will have solutions, different solutions. Based on these solutions, you'll have to plan and prioritize and build an MVP. That's what we did in the experiment, right? Where we showed different cards. So those are your experimentations based on your solutions. And every time if someone says, yeah, how do you prioritize? The simple methodology which everyone does in business is impact versus effort. What is that business impact and what is that dev effort which we are going to put in, which is going to make that impact, right? So every time try to analyze impact versus effort. Simple framework or RISE framework you must have heard, right? Some other prioritization tools are there, right? So for me, it's not about again the framework. It's about this chodu framework which like impact kitna hai, effort kitna hai. When you go to your bosses says, boss, I want to experiment this. I am asked what is the impact and what is the effort. If the impact is high, effort is low, that is my first priority, P1. If same, P2. If impact is low, effort is high, that is my P3. And that's how you prioritize in real life. None of the RISE framework you will ever use. Remember these words. You will never use the RISE framework in your life. 90% of your folks. If you ever get into a research-based, product-based companies, you might use it. And again, you will remember me that someone said impact versus effort is what is being used, and you'll be using this. Once you have, like when you're solving and when you're giving solutions, then you have to say, you have to role play that I have this many solutions, I prioritize based on the impact and the effort. I feel I have 3 solutions, but I feel this has higher impact and this has lower effort. So I'll put this as P1. You have to role play. You have to say things to yourself and explain it out to them. Then you say, okay, now that we have experimented with these solutions, I want to track onto these few success metrics. Again, maybe 2 or 3 or a one key success metric you can tell. Don't get into that North Star key metric thing. That does not help. There is no North Star metric thing. It is just based on that product feature, what are the success metrics for that particular feature, right? So for Credopia, what would have been the success story? How many people landing onto our platform and how many are actually getting those 3 credit cards if this would have been the first case, right? But for me, the success story would have been, because the business aspect came into the play, I would have asked how many people actually registered, saw top 3 credit cards, and actually saw those which I recommended as a business. That would be my success story, success metric, right? And then a lot of people will have future plans. So hold on to your thoughts when you are giving interviews. Don't say everything at once. I'm saying 333 bolna hai. Whatever extra you have, say that I have a future plan for this, which shows that you can think extra. And that's what people want. But don't put it into that, because you'll not have that much time to tell. If the time permits, you say I have a future plan for, upcoming phases. Because that's what in real life people ask for. What is your phase 1? What is your phase 2? What is your phase 3? What is your beta, alpha, gamma launches? What are you going to think? अगर सारा thought आपने पहले ही डाल दिया, तो उसने बोला और क्या करोगे? You'll be drained out. So preserve your thoughts until the last, and then summarize everything whatever you have said. Never leave it here कि भाई मेरा future scope ये है. Then at last you have to say, let me summarize it for you, what we wanted to achieve. We wanted to achieve this particular goal, and we figured out this user segmentation. For this user segmentation, we figured out this problem statement. For this problem statement, we had different solutions. For these solutions, we had this different experimentation. Based on the impact effort, I prioritized this P1, P2, P3. But for this P1, P2, P3, if I ever go and deliver this, I'll be looking out for this XYZ metrics, which will help me understand if I am successful at this experiment or not. And if we ever get successful, I want to hyper iterate, and here are my future plans, XYZ. Based on that, this is what the summary looks like. If you ever summarize, this is a good communication, that you are able to summarize in the conference that this is what I told. And that's what I exactly did and follow. If you remember in the first session, I took you to the first slide and got you to the down. I wanted you to go through it. And that's the summary piece. So everyone knows what product management is. Everyone does it on a daily basis. Everyone have their own opinions, and that's what you do on your job. And if you stick to the basics, you are still able to find solutions. Whatever solutions you give, those are the basics one. And that's what we are implementing in real life. So you don't have to think anything fancy. Okay? No matter which background you come from, or what sort of tech background you have, non-tech background you have, doesn't matter. Everyone comes from different background. I asked you the same question, but the solutions offered were almost the same. So does it matter? No. But what matters is the one key thing, finding the good product discovery, right? And there will be different type of interview questions. Again, the preparation is a little difficult. नॉट जस्ट लाइक मतलब इतना यूपीएससी वाला नहीं है, बट प्रोडक्ट डिज़ाइन, हाउ डू यू इम्प्रूव दिस प्रोडक्ट, जैसे मैंने बोला था कि हाउ डू यू इम्प्रूव द एवरेज ऑर्डर वैल्यू, गेस्टिमेट क्वेश्चंस. आई वॉज आस्क्ड in one of the interviews, how many trees are there in the Cubbon Park? So it's random shit questions, like they'll ask you anything. It's like कि how would you measure? So मैंने मेरा counter question था कि do you want me to measure or do you want me to like give you like how do I measure that? How and how much there is a difference. So it is also about the clarifying questions which you ask, which shows a lot of clarity of about that candidate listening out, right? That is one. Then product metrics. If again a metrics which I want to improve on, there is a GTM strategy. For Credopia, what would be my GTM strategy? Okay. So for me, the GTM example is whatever minimum viable product you have, when you put it out into the market for that particular user segment, what all strategies you do in terms of reaching out to the customers is my go-to-market strategy in the simplest example format. If I have to tell you, minimum viable product based on the feature and opportunity solutions we have, you'll create a MVP, but MVP has to be based on your P1, P2, P3. You can't put everything into the MVP, and MVP has to solve that particular problem. A lot of people say, मैं थोड़ा minimal ना ये बना दूंगा, but that MVP does not solve that job to be done. So remember, this MVP has to be linked to the job to be done framework. If it is not solving that problem, it is not helping. Again, product market fit, product growth, product strategy questions, RCA, product pricing. Again, Credopia. How do I monetize it? How do I sell a Prime subscription to someone? Right? That comes into pricing strategies. Then behavioral question. Explain me in the previous company, if you ever worked, what was the one project which you handled end to end and what problems you had, XYZ. These questions can be asked. Then again, onboarding and activation. If ever user comes onto your platform, how do you activate them? So the example which we did, spin the wheel, that was sort of an onboarding. And once the user lands onto the home screen, I actually activate that user by spinning the wheel because I have made that user aware about that. So that is onboarding and activation. So when you are asked such questions, then you think about such product-led growth questions, solutions, wherein it activates the user. Of course, then the user retention, and there could be multiple other questions. Thank you everyone for the time. Open to any questions if any. Yeah.
If there are two products which are similar features and everything, how to differentiate that product?
Similar products.
Similar products, same features, everything.
Okay. As a user, then it matters on the user experience. See, there will be something little extra which sometimes someone will be offering. Otherwise, they can't coexist. For me, I don't use Google Pay, I use Phone Pay because it offers better user experience than Google Pay.
So can design matter?
Yes, that's what user experience. Yeah, UI UX would matter. Yes.
So for your product behavior, how do you go about defining your TG? What are the things you will do to understand?
Anyone who earns a little extra and who is eligible for credit cards is my TG. So there is already a data on RBI's website, or you'll find it on government websites, wherein how many credit card existing users are there and how much penetration future can expect. Considering now RuPay credit cards has come, which is easy to get and can be linked to the UPI. So the credit card utilization will go up, right? But now everyone is now trying to get into the RuPay. Now how will each bank differentiate from each other? That's the gameplay. For me as a Credopia, I have to give that information out to the people and help them figure out the best. In the US, when I was doing some research, there is already a company which has monetized pretty well. They say that we have this engine which helps you do the maths for you, and they have pretty much monetized it. Later I saw, but again, it's just like PB and XYZ. So there is a company which has
revenue model for it. So one is, I understand, like B2B, you are getting the money from the bank or
Yeah.
organization. Is there any other way to?
Yeah, if they want to plug in, I will build incremental features to that, right? How much impact, milestone tracker. So there is one interesting product which I recently saw was Fold Money. If you guys ever go and use it, please explore it. It's a new product. So what it does is, whatever transactions you have in PhonePe, that gets fetched based on the bank statement fetch every single day. But you can categorize those spends now. बट फ़ोनपे पे ऐसा होता नहीं है. फ़ोनपे पे you get those. If you add notes, you can categorize and get it into Excel sheet. Here, lot of things you can do. You can tag, you can eliminate from your spends, XYZ. Please try to explore that product. It's a new product, but I found it very interesting, and there is a lot to learn and maybe suggest more. It could be. But this is just an idea for me. Yeah. It's not actually I'm trying to build. So one recent idea, again, like it's a problems which you see around. I don't know if there is a platform wherein interior designers can make a profile and marketplace for interior designer, because my sister is looking for an interior designer for her home, but she can't find one. So what if there is a marketplace? See, the problems will be there around you. You just have to make products. Yeah. So that's there.
Very generic question. Like doing BGP courses or an MBA, what would we expect after doing this MBA? Having 3-4 years of experience in the field of product management.
We just expect you to think.
Roles.
Roles. PM. मतलब प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट पूछ रहे हो ना. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. यू कैन डायरेक्टली बिकम अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर, APM, प्रोडक्ट एनालिस्ट. Depends on product designer. If you have a design acumen, you go to product design. If you have a data acumen, you go to product analyst. If you just want to stay away and just manage things, you are a product manager. If you have a technical side to it, then become a technical product manager. If you are good at marketing, then become a product growth manager. Product marketing managers are also there. So it depends on what sort of domain, subdomain you are good at, and then you try to interview for them.
What are the top 3 analytical tools that you use to
Tools से ज़्यादा तो I think SQL, some basics you should know. Then there is Tableau or Power BI, but it is not a full-time job. I was telling, no, it is just like incremental skills. Yeah, you should have it, but as a PM, you'll always have such folks working with you, not for you. So I have product analyst who does that job. I tell that I want to analyze this. They do the analysis, give it to me. Because doing the entire Tableau thing is a full-time job. That is not a PM's job. But PM will be doing a lot of project management. So you have to be good at project management. Most of the companies will be doing project management 50-50. Scrum, Agile, Jira, prioritizations, that will be a key. Sorry? Scrum, CSPO, Scrum Master, it is not required. Unless you are into an MNC and if you have close to 3-5 years of experience, you should not do it. 20,000 rupees it costs, but it does not help. Unless you are targeting MNCs and you have experience into that. Scrum Master job is pretty boring because you'll be asking, bhai, task ka status bata de. So it is just like that. And as a PM, you'll be already doing it, so you'll not need it. Cool guys, I think you can always reach out to me. I think over the WhatsApp.
Any more questions? How was the session? Wonderful, right? So yeah, we have to thank you guys. He came especially on a weekend, that too from 22 kilometers. So
Thank you.
thank Prashant.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
And we hope that he comes to our campus more often and we get to learn from him just like what we did today.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone. Thank you for your time. Enjoy, all the best. I hope at least everyone or maybe few of you crack the PM roles. And if you ever need some help, I think you guys are brilliant enough. Whatever I teach, you have already learned in this 2-3 hours. So it's a crash course and I believe this will help you. And I think in the upcoming modules when you'll be learning this in detail, I think you will always remember me that इसने ये बोला था. And I'm pretty sure. Right? So yeah, okay. Thank you everyone. Have a good weekend. Thank you.